What is going on, everybody? Today is December 15th, and the Bears are back on top of the NFC North. It's your boy BigKriegs, TLoom. Welcome back to Kings of the Clubhouse. And we just wanted to give you a little bit of a Bears update. Bears are on top of the North again, being 10-4. Kind of a pure domination game today. They beat the Browns 31-3. A lot of talk throughout the week of it being a letdown game and the fact that that Browns defense isn't anything to play with, and we kind of bully balled them the entire day. Loom, give it away.
Yeah, it was a good game. Really, the key takeaways for me was our run game's legit. We haven't really. People are like, "Oh, defenses y'all are going against, yada yada yada." Well, it was -5 degrees out, and we pounded the rock all day, so that was cool to see. DJ Moore getting back involved in the offense. He's been non-existent the last few weeks. Even with Rome out last week, he still didn't play a factor. Good to see him get 2 tutties, and then Jalen Johnson, our guy, finally on the board with his first pick of the year. In what 3 games he's played all year?
Yep.
4?
4 technically, I think.
So that was cool to see. But yeah, I mean, good win, good prove it win. I like that. Caleb looked poised all day, got the completion percentage up, which normally is not very high. Made some big time throws.
Yeah, and especially with it being as cold as it was, we were kind of expecting them to just go in and pound the rock the entire time. And Caleb threw for, I think, 30 times on the day, damn near. So, I mean, he was slinging the ball around everywhere. A little bit of a scare. I know all Bears fans kind of held their breath right at the very last play of the half. First half, he got kicked in the shin and was kind of limping pretty hard going off there. Didn't really see a replay until right before halftime came back, or halftime got over rather. But he was poised, like you said. Tough dude. He's the Iceman. Went in without any issues. He was running all over the place in the second half. I think it was more just a stinger. Probably got cleated, and with it being as cold as it was, I mean, those are going to hurt pretty bad. Another key takeaway from the game: Nahshon Wright is a dog. He is a dog.
He's a dog.
Had another pick on the day. Almost had 2 of them. Or no, did he?
Yep.
Yeah, he did have a pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
He almost had 2 of them. He jumped a curl route and just went right through his hands. And then he's proven to be he's going to get paid this offseason. Like I know we've talked about it privately. I really hope we end up retaining him, and him and CJ Johnson or Garner Johnson. I think both of them are Bears next year. I think that's the smart thing to do. And then you kind of only got to really worry about your linebackers and getting a pass rush. Pass rush was there all day today, even sending 4 or 5. It was very apparent. I mean, Cleveland doesn't have a great line, but the Bears made some pressure, which that's kind of going to be their Achilles heel down in the playoffs. Is if you got to, when you're playing these good quarterbacks, you got to develop pressure.
Yeah, and speaking of linebackers, TJ Edwards flew around the field today. Good to see him after the monstrosity he had last week. And then DeMarco Davis. I mean, he's a practice squad guy to start the year. Tremaine goes down, TJ goes down, he gets brought up, and he's been nothing but fantastic for us when he's played.
Yeah, he had a pick today. I'm
curious to see if he still gets reps when Tremaine Edmonds comes back. I feel like he'd have to. Tremaine's a veteran anyway. Get like a rotation going between those 2 guys. But yeah, DeMarco Davis, he's been huge for us for sure.
Shawnee actually didn't have a pick. It was CJ, DeMarco, and JJ. But he had a great day. Guarding the run, guarding the pass. He's looking like he's going to get a payday in the offseason, and which is crazy considering he was cut last year from the Vikings and was ideally supposed to be a practice squad player for us this year. Like you said, the running game looked really well. Even dealing with Myles Garrett, I think Ozzie kind of had the worst day out of all of them, but it's not like he even had a real bad day. Myles Garrett got credited with a sack and a half, so he's a sack and a half away from breaking that record. And I mean, they were both coming from when Ozzie was on that side, but I mean, Ozzie's so young, he's going to have to develop. He's facing arguably, or definitely top 3, if not the best edge rusher in the NFL in Myles Garrett. And, it was good to see them be able to contain him for the most part.
Really, I'd consider it contained. I don't know if you remember. I remember. I think it was 4 years ago now.
Yep.
Justin Fields made his first start against Cleveland, and I believe Myles Garrett had 4 or 4.5 sacks that game.
He did. He
So
did.
I'll take what happened today.
Yeah. I mean, and as much as we dog Ryan Poles, we got to give him credit for boosting that offensive line in the middle. The run game, everything through the middle of the field is just looking really well. There was one play I think I remember in specific where I saw Drew Dahlman really get blown up off the line, and other than that, those guys have looked really well all year round.
Yep.
I mean, Joe Tooney is just a veteran's veteran. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna play every game, and he's gonna do work and make sure that he's honestly could be an All Pro again this year.
Does he have to be penalized?
Yeah, it would not surprise me at all if he got an All Pro. So yeah, Bears back at 10-4. With the results of the Packers and the Lions games, both of them lost. Packers lost to the Broncos, and the Lions lost to the Rams. Bears take back over control of the North for right now. And this Saturday in Chicago, which we are going to, is going to be an insane game. Just the atmosphere and everything's going to be crazy. Thankfully, it'll be a little bit warmer than it was today. We're not going to be feeling any negative wind chills, but it's going to be at night, so there's going to be no sun. It's we're right next to the lake. It's going to be able to get cold. So hopefully the drinks are flowing and keeping us warm.
Yeah, they'll be flowing. A couple things about that game. I know we've talked about it beforehand. Parsons, you hate to see it. You never root for injuries, even in the division. Even I don't care who it is. Never root for them, but it is what it is. It happened. It's good for us. I mean, it is. It sucks for the Packers, but it's good for us. So that's going to be huge. Then what? Christian Watson. They called it a chest injury officially.
Yeah, we're thinking
Looked like
probably
a
a
shoulder
torn
to
pec,
me.
shoulder pec.
Yeah, so he's probably going to be out too. So yeah.
Yeah, and just last week, just torched us, our entire secondary. He just was very apparent that he was the fastest man on the field and made our secondary look really stupid. But yeah, it's like you said, you hate to root for injuries, but that's going to be a definite plus in the Bears preparation for the week. Hasn't been confirmed on whether what's happened with Micah Parsons, but it's speculated that he tore his ACL essentially.
And I'll give credit where credit's due. Packers and Lions played against the number 1 and number 2 teams in the NFL, and went down to the wire. Both games. Both teams look really good. I don't really want to play either one of them in the playoffs. It just our luck. It's probably going to happen like that. But yeah, I mean, both teams look really good. Hopefully, Detroit can lose one of these last 2 games and officially be eliminated. But if I had to bet on it, I could rather we're the 2 seed or the 7 seed. I have a feeling that we will be seeing Green Bay for a third time this year. If I had to bet on it, and I don't really want to see that.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be something. People are talking about online how division winners shouldn't automatically get in because the winner of the South may be under 500. And yet you're going to have 3 teams potentially in the NFC North that have 10 wins, and one of them is likely going to get snubbed. So it's, rhetoric around the league is going to be forever flowing. There's always going to be talks about how they should do the playoffs and how they should set it. But I think for the most part, they have it kind of in store, and tightened up to where the better teams make it. So usually one team will get snubbed, but I mean that's just kind of how it goes. Speaking of, like we said, we're going to be doing a little bit of some vlogs and stuff when we're at the game on Saturday. We're going to get to Chicago a little bit early, kind of go around Chicago a little bit. And we're hopefully going to be tailgating in the South Lot at Soldier Field. So we will kind of go from there. But yeah, as of right now, Bears are back on top, sitting at this 2 seed in the NFC, and atop of the NFC North. So bear down. Got anything else, Loom?
Bear down. Go Bears. Go Broncos. Go Rams, baby.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.